This looks like a great spot. The river's gone shallower here, it's broadened out, there's a lovely bar down the middle, and I could see fish on it. So I'm going to go in for much more of a match angler's approach, which most successful river anglers do. And I'm going to just bait a line. I've already put a row of balls of ground bait down that bar. I'm going to put a few more in and then fill up the feeders, and then I dunk my hook baits. I see so many people using a fairly bland looking hook bait over some amazingly exotic ground bait. Always like my hook bait to stand out a little bit more. So in my bucket, I have my ground bait and I have a little pot of glug, and each time I reel in, I drop my bait in the glug, I fill my feeder up, and back out it goes. So just to get back to the sort of basics, you can mix up your ground bait. Great match anglers, and I've known a few, have always told me you can mix up your ground bait, and when you brush your hands, they're clean. If they're all sluggy and gungy, you're mixing it up wrong. You mix it up like a cake. You've really got to fluff it up and keep getting the water in it, so it doesn't just become a big lump or a load of wet, horrible goo. So I'm just going to put half a dozen of these. I get how much here, straight down the middle of the river. And in to avoid the duck. We've clearly seen this game before. Never know quite whether to start on the upstream one or the downstream one. It's always a bit of a toss up, that one, isn't it? So simple rig, which I'll talk about a little bit. In goes my bait into that glug. Fill up my feeder. I just push it in. I don't mess around with it. Squeeze both ends. So I want it to stay in there fairly well. I'm creating a flavour trail. I'm not trying to feed fish. It's one of the great things about feeder fishing. You can attract a lot of fish without overfeeding them. Go on, go on. Well, there, one early morning wide chub. It's great when you don't even get the second rod out, isn't it? You know you must be doing something right. Such savage takes. You can see they've been spawning again. We're here in August and the chub have just started spawning again. What a funny country we're living in with our climate these days. Never mind. Thank you. That's a lovely clean. Nice young fish. Lovely to see we've got several year classes of chub in the Wye at the moment. They seem to be really becoming the predominant species again. I think maybe the Barbel have had their heyday. But really, do you know, I don't mind. I love chub. I think that's the most beautiful thing. And the more the bait goes in, the more the rod tip goes around, and the more fish I keep catching. Happy days. It'd be quite nice not to keep using the same. Well, at last, the prize, the Wye Barbel. Look at the beautiful colour they are, and so fit and strong up here, living in this powerful river. And just as I suspected, the chub are there when you arrive. You put the bait in, the chub go mad, and if you keep putting the bait in, the barbel will come along and push the chub out of the way. And that's exactly what happened. So that ends my day perfectly.